to the viewer experience, if you will. Okay, so I'm trying not to... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying not to come across as a jerk or something like that, but if we can get this stream past 10,000 viewers, guess what? Like, I'm pretty sure there are going to be other organizations that can say, hey guys, we need to get an English stream going for this tournament. A lot of people are considering it these days. G League is considering opening up an English stream for their next event. They've talked about it, and let's get some satisfactory viewership on this one. Like 5,000, 10,000 viewers, that would be amazing and worth, how do I say this? This would be good for their product as well. For those of you just now tuning in, I'm Breaker SC2. I speak, read, and write Chinese, and I am just trying to get every single event in China and Taiwan that I can for StarCraft 2. Help me accomplish my goal. Spread this stream out to all your friends on Facebook, anyone who plays StarCraft, anyone who's even heard of StarCraft. And we will be good to go momentarily. Now, I apologize because I sound like a golf caster right now, because if I try and get too loud on this microphone, it's going to start cackling. Every now and then you will hear me go out, because I'm muting the microphone. Because I'm making some sounds that do not sound pleasant to the human ear to listen to. As you can probably tell, I'm actually ill right now. I have a cold. But hold that thought, as Jaedong is going for gas pool before natural expansion. So what on earth could this be? Really? He's just gonna try and end it this quickly? Really? Oh no, if he comes in here and he sees that there's no natural expansion, I think puCK is going to have some kind of a, I'd say, a very adverse reaction. There we go, that probe goes in, sees all of this, and it gets out. Here we go. Natural getting blocked out. Okay, gonna try and keep those lings back there, keep them preoccupied with something else. And this is really just Jaedong, I think, trying to take control of the map while simultaneously keeping puCK out of his natural. Seeing what he can do to rustle some jimmies, you know. Or rustle some puckles, if you will. Let's put it that way. Alright, probe's getting chased down. The lings will not be dividing out. So that means Jaedong's just going to go straight up to this direction. And I believe he knows that his opponent is spawned there. Yeah, the Overlord saw it. Saw everything. Alright, so as you can see, Jaedong is probably going to be just a little bit behind-ish in the way of resources when you compare him to, say, puCK. But other than that, I mean, like, he's going to be able to get in there with some kind of a scouting read, I imagine. Probe getting picked off would be pretty big, but it looks like the lings will not squeeze by that one zealot. That guy's just like a wall of steel. He says, nope, .avi. Of course, the sentry here to reinforce. That will always just keep that base a little bit more secure. But oh my god, here it is. More and more lings making their way across the map. Look at this. I think Jaedong could actually, he's gonna shut down that natural expansion. There's no way that puCK is gonna keep that. Like that many. Oh no. Okay, what about the natural? Mothership core. Excuse me, Mothership core might just have a chance here. I think, oh my god, puCK has done it. He's going to hold his ground here. But more lings coming in from the background. The question is, will we or will we not see puCK actually able to hold this attack? He's got the Nexus Cannon activated. It's going to take about 2 shots per ling. But now the sentries are coming down the ramp as well. More and more lings coming down. And the wall off is now complete. The wall off is now full. We just need to see a cannon go down from puCK to actually seal out the deal. And Jaedong is actually pretty far behind with that. If you check the worker count right now at the bottom of your screen, you can see that it's heavily in favor of puCK. I would be surprised to see him lose this game. Apologies. I've been cutting in and out because I've been sneezing and coughing, and I just don't want you guys to hear it. Alright, so right now, I mean, Jaedong's got a lot of lings right outside there, but I mean, there's a lot of force fields where this came from. There needs to be, I feel like, there has to be a cannon here. Out if you are puCK for the time being. This is the way you basically say, okay, you're not breaking in anymore. And it looks like you probably may not need to throw down one to defend. Yeah, not even one. I think that's a little bit misleading as Jaedong has a bunch more lings here. Right outside, I guess you could say a third-ish area, if you will. Alright, so double Oracle is now coming out from puCK, and that could actually be... Oh man, that's going to kill a lot of workers here. I think once Jaedong sees that, he may actually be tempted to just straight up leave the game. He doesn't have any Spore Callers ready to go. He doesn't. The only anti-air he has right now is Queens. Look at that. There's no saving those drones. None at all. Oh my god, sorry about that misclick. But this game, I feel like it's over-ish. It's over-ish. I would be very surprised to see Jaedong actually win this game. I would be very shocked, actually, to see him win this game. Alright, so there it is. Jaedong's just sending those lings across the map. I mean, Jaedong's made a lot of big mistakes previously, but this one looked a little bit promising-ish for the Dong this game. But, oh boy! Wait, a bit of a surround here coming down on the sentries. But he lost a few, just a few. He has to warp in a couple more to replace them. And now puCK is going for a robo behind this. Okay. Alright, so as far, I mean, like, 4 bases, or excuse me, 2 bases, 4 gases, we got a Spire on the way. I think that's somewhat viable, what we have coming from Jaedong versus puCK. But spotted already by puCK, and as puCK reacted up. The answer is no. Not only no, but nope.avi. That's really gonna hurt if you're puCK right now. There's not so much in the way of anti-air here at the moment. Jaedong is doing something that could potentially be balls to the wall. It's gonna be a Muta switch of at least 8, possibly 9 Mutalisks. And there it is, 8. There we go. Not a whole lot in the way of anti-air out in the field here for puCK, so he could actually lose all of his sentries that are there. I'm liking the block here from Jaedong. Jaedong says, I'm not going to make it that easy. You're not taking that base that's further from me. I'll probably let you take this one that's closer to me, but no. I'm not letting you have the one that's further away from me. And puCK says, that's okay. I'm going to move your Overlord, and I'm going to take it just a little bit later. Mutas have popped. They're done. They're ready to go, and there's more in production right now. I want to say that the one ticket into this game is definitely the Mutas. They could actually... they've been spotted. They've been spotted. That observer. That observer. Nexus Cannon gets activated to defend the Photon Cannons for just a little bit longer, waiting for them to finish up. The Mutas can come in and pick them off one by one. Getting that one pylon would actually be enough to stop it. And it looks like that's probably going to unpower them. Probably. Not only that, it keeps the Stargate unpowered, which means no Phoenixes, and that's, I guess you could say, the more critical, what's the word I'm looking for, the more critical part for, or more critical part of just winning this game if you're Jaedong. My god, oh man, he's picking off so many units here. All the Mutas, or excuse me, not all the Mutas, but rather all the probes there at the main, they're kind of getting disintegrated at this moment. 2 Mutas on the way, 2 Phoenixes in production at the same time. That entire main mineral line is getting absolutely mauled. The Lings here not going to do too much against that main army in the position that it's in right now. And Jaedong's like, okay, well, I've got a 3rd base now. How about you? And the answer is no. puCK does not. And in fact, Jaedong actually came here from the verge of defeat, and it looks like he's going to be able to turn this completely around and just get a straight-up kill onto puCK. I think if puCK is actually going to stay here and turtle up, it could be a bit of a mistake, but I mean, I just don't know what else he can do in this stage. Position. We check the supplies right now. Army supply is, I want to say, much, much higher for puCK than it is for Jaedong. And Jaedong may not have anything ready to go in the near future. Look, he's throwing down a Hydros, and I don't entirely understand this decision either. But guess what? The Oracle's coming back, and it's going to do a lot of damage. puCK says, I'm tired of defending. It's your turn this time. 16 kills altogether. It will fall after it's no longer been microed. Muta's just keeping puCK at home for the time being. Keeping him off of Jaedong's front lawn. The Hydralisk Den is done, but the Void Rays are already poking there. And Jaedong, I'm going to say that was kind of a slight throw from Jaedong in the beginning. But any opportunity you have to quickly close out a best of 3 is entirely up to the player themselves. So we'll be back shortly with game number 3.